thought we played. I was telling my assistant Celeste about midway through the fourth quarter, I'm one of those guys always trying to figure out how we can be better, how we can find something wrong to improve on. And I said to Celeste, I honestly don't have anything to complain about right now. I mean, I couldn't find anything. I thought we played a complete game. Defensively, we switched the screens we needed to on Law. I thought we got out on her. I thought we took their bigs away as much as we could. Anytime my 4 bigs are in double figures, all 4 of them, we're pretty good. And I'm not trying to be conceited by saying that, but we are pretty good when our 4 bigs are in double figures, and today they were, and they finished at the rim, and we did a lot of good things.
Defensively, what did you guys have to do to keep this team under control?
We talked about it. We were debating, do we do this, and yesterday I thought Erica Harold made the best comment, as Celeste and I were talking. She just kind of came over and said, Coach, this is what got us here, let's keep doing it. So we just switched all screens. There was some mismatches, but I thought the thing that was key today when we switched a screen and Riley might have been on a post, or Gabby or Kelsey, we had ball pressure today from our bigs. Our bigs provided a lot of ball pressure. Kelsey Bertram was huge today. I mean, the stat line people don't see is she probably had 12, 13 deflections to disrupt their offense today, and that was huge.
You mentioned Kelsey. How big has she been since she's entered the starting lineup, and your freshmen stepping up?
Oh, those two freshmen that we've started have been huge. When Chesney went down at the beginning of the year, we were scratching our head. You talk about 2 kids that stepped up, and I knew the future was bright for them, but I didn't know it was going to happen this quick. Like I said, Riley, did a lot of good things for us. She got some foul trouble early, but came out third and fourth quarter, kept us in our offense. She talked about a person that managed the game today. Riley Ossis did a good job of managing that second half for us.
Talk about the future being bright, it would come this quick for them. I mean, that can almost apply to this entire team right now. They've never been here, and yet it looks like they've played in this tournament tons of times.
I said this the other day, that's all because we compete in the GPAC. Night in and night out, the GPAC's a national tournament. Every night you step on the floor, you're playing in a national tournament atmosphere. When we step on the floor in the Corn Palace, we're playing in front of 2,000 fans. It's crazy, and I mean, our kids are used to that, and I credit that to our conference. Our GPAC conference just is exciting, and night in and night out, it's a ball game.
Amber Bray with 21 points, leading the 4 bigs, all of them in double figures. That's kind of what you want to see, right?
Exactly. Anytime, like I said, we can get those 4 all on the same page, and the thing is I only went 1 rotation with all 4 of them, where I like to play all 4 of them when I can. We only went 1 rotation with all 4, so that tells you, how good they were today.
And how can you guys sustain this level heading into not an 8:30 a.m. start tomorrow?
I don't know. That's going to be different. We're still going to practice tomorrow morning at 8:30 to get ready for the 1 o'clock game, I think. So we'll figure some things out. Celeste and I'll sit down. I got to be honest with you. When we were going into this, I liked Southern Oregon, I liked Davenport, and I liked Morningside as the 3. If I had to pick 3 favorites, so I have not. As a matter of fact, I got up this morning and told my wife. I said, you go to Caitlin's show choir thing, I'll go home and let the dogs out. I mean, I just didn't know that we could beat this team. I knew it would be a battle, but my kids surprised me. And not only did we beat them, we took it at them pretty well.
When you woke up this morning, did you imagine you'd be shooting 70% from the field with 5 minutes left in the first half?
No, but that was a pretty good stat, huh? No, that's just the thing those kids are capable of doing. We are a good shooting team, and I think everybody thinks, Coach has got 3 bigs. He plays 3 bigs a lot, but those 3 bigs are our best 3-point shooters too.
How's Savers starting to come into her own a little bit more in this tournament?
Saves is just, she's one of those kids that's always played in events like this. She's played in the state tournament with Macy and Carey. She's played on the Schoolers AAU tournament. I mean, so it doesn't surprise me with her. She's been in this. And you asked a great question earlier about the kids in this stage. Well, before we left here, I said, how many of you guys have played in the state tournament? Every one of my kids raised their hand but 2 of them. So these kids have been part of this, whether it's been on the state tournament level or on the AAU market level.
Coach, did the team catch any of the men's game last night? To just talk about the 2 programs right now, coming off some big wins.
It's been an emotional time at Dakota Wesleyan, because last night that game, when it went to overtime, I was a wreck, our kids were a wreck, and then when Trey hit that 3, we were at a local establishment here. They put the game on for us, and then when Trey hit that 3, I mean, I'm sure Sioux City heard us. I mean, it was a huge 3 for us, and we just got a great thing going. Our kids are excited about them, where they're at, and I know Matt's excited, and he's already shot me a text. He's excited where we're at. It's just a great thing. It's just too bad we can't figure out how to have the same venue in the same place so everybody can see it from Mitchell.
And speaking of the crowd, I mean, you guys have a huge crowd out here right now. What does that mean to you guys to have them here?
Oh, it's huge. I mean, I heard about a couple that drove down after the game last night. Our SID drove down after the game last night. Our 2 radio guys did. They're living on no sleep and Red Bull right now. That just tells you a lot about, you know, what Dakota Wesleyan has going. It's a good problem to have, I guess.